Welcome. Thanks for joining us today. I'm here with Suzanne Rainey, and Suzanne is a Reiki practitioner, as I understand
Yes.
it. And what's the name of your business?
Well, I work under a team called the Healing Team, located in Centennial, Colorado.
So down in the south end of the city of Denver.
Yes.
Nice. Well, the good thing about Suzanne is she's going to talk to us about Reiki today, and Reiki is one of those wonderful modalities becoming more well-known in America. But besides doing hands-on, so if you happen to be here in the Denver area, as you can come see Suzanne for a session, and they're lovely, but it's also a modality where we can do distance work. And so we're going to talk a little bit about both of those today.
Great,
Right.
thanks.
So tell me the roots of Reiki.
The roots of Reiki. Well, Reiki, the word itself, is a Japanese word, and it means spiritually guided healing energy. And so some people have heard the word ki in the name Reiki is the same as chi or prana. Chi is the Chinese word, Sanskrit is prana. And it's the universal life force that comprises everything we see. It's in every person and living being, and it's even in, inanimate things. It's what
Yes.
keeps us going.
It is what gives us form and
It's our-
function, right?
Yes.
So in the practice of Reiki, what are your goals? If somebody comes in, they've never heard of it, they're going, oh, I want a massage, and you're like, yeah, it's not a massage.
I say it's a massage for your insides.
I like that. It
Yeah.
does feel a bit like that.
It does. People feel like they've gotten a massage very often.
Without feeling like you get beat up.
Yeah, no needing. Just they feel relaxed and calm. But it's, Reiki is used, sessions are used for any number of different reasons. We're made of energy bodies that are very complex, and we have our physical bodies, our mental bodies, our energetic bodies. And so people will seek Reiki help for a number of different things. For emotional stress, it's a great stress reliever. It's a great way to relax and release tension in our bodies. Sometimes it's for acute conditions or pain. A lot of people will first try it because they've tried a lot of other things that haven't worked. And they might have real physical pain, maybe after surgery, maybe from accidents, maybe from something they've been suffering from for a long time. So it relieves pain. Ultimately, what happens is that they discover it because of some acute condition, and then they realize kind of greater benefits, which are more mental and emotional and even spiritual.
Gives you more resources to handle, I think, the stresses in life.
Exactly, yes.
Now, is there anything that the client needs to do? So they're there for a session, you're going to be doing hands-on work, they stay fully clothed, correct?
They stay fully clothed. We work out of a place that is a massage studio. You usually will lay in our studio, lay on a nice heated massage table, fully clothed. We usually take shoes off and jewelry, and you're just very comfortable to receive a treatment. And there's some hands-on, some laying on of hands on different parts of the body, and some not. So that's one of the most interesting things for people to experience, that they might feel something even when our hands are not on them, which can be kind of a trip.
It is. Now, when you do that, are you incorporating anything else with that? Are you using is it just hands-on, or do you add things as in music or oils or stones?
Oh, that's a great question. Yes. So you asked how a person participates. Let me step back for a moment.
Right.
Usually I like to speak with people about what's going on, and it really is a two-way street, because the Reiki energy does part of the work, but we also have the incredible power to heal ourselves, and our minds are very powerful. So I always ask the person to participate with asking for what they need, or setting an intention, whether it's for stress reduction or help, with a pain, or whatever that may be. So I wanted to step back and say that.
That's good.
Yeah.
How about with breathing? Do you help them?
Breathing, yes. We usually start with getting focused and centered and relaxed by taking some nice deep breaths, because that's one of the quickest ways for any of us during our day to release, to calm down, to ground and center.
That's nice.
Yeah.
So the hands-on work, are there any tools that go with your trade, or you as a particular practitioner, do you incorporate other things that you've found are effective when doing a session?
Sometimes we do. I like to use music. I like to use mantra. I think mantra is very powerful for healing, and so often I'll play different kinds of healing mantra in the background. Sometimes I'll use essential oils, depending on what the client has come for, and sometimes I'll use stones, because different stones have different healing or health benefits to the body and to the energetic body. So if it's appropriate, we might use stones like on the different energy centers or different places.
That's beautiful. When a client leaves, what do they tend to see? Let's say you've got give us an example without names, but somebody who came in not knowing what to expect and the feedback that you get after a first session.
Yeah, it's funny because that's a lot of my work, is introducing people for the first time, because a lot of people have heard of Reiki, but they don't really know what it is. And so they are overwhelmingly happy when they leave. If they've come just to try it out, maybe not for something specific, they leave feeling very relaxed, sometimes having had interesting experiences. Sometimes when you're receiving the energy, and if your eyes are closed, some people might see colors, and that's the energy, and the energy in the energy centers or chakras balancing. They might see colors, they might see shapes, they might see or experience things that they never have before. So that's always a surprise. But generally they, like I said in the beginning, it feels like a good massage usually. So they leave feeling kind of like, I have also called it like a fuel up, like a gas change, like getting your tank recharged.
Yeah, it's interesting. I've had a variety of things, massage and Reiki. I would tell you the difference I feel. You can give me some feedback.
Sure.
On it. Massage, I definitely am aware of my body.
Yeah.
And I notice the passage of time. Well, I love it.
Right.
With Reiki, it's like entering a suspended state. They actually talk about Reiki sleep, where you're not really asleep, but you're not fully awake.
Exactly.
And that hour, you get done and go, was that 10 minutes? And you're like, no, you were there for an hour. So it's this suspended animation.
Like a meditative state.
It is. And I think that is, to me, one of the things that's even more charging, because I can be aware of my body, but in a very gentle kind of a way.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, and for a lot of people, that's a very new experience.
It is.
And it's exciting to introduce them to something that they may have never felt before or experienced.
So you're here in Colorado. Let's say that I am fascinated with your model. I'd like to do Reiki, but I can't find you. So I want to ask two questions, but I want to start with distance first.
Yes.
Because there's benefits. So we've just talked about a hands-on version of Reiki. But as we've talked about, it's really working with that life force energy.
Exactly.
It's working with that spiritual energy that you have. How do you go about doing that at a distance?
That's a great question, thanks. So we can hold a session just almost the same way we do in person with someone who's not in the room with us. You could be across the country or across the world, because this life force energy provides us a way to connect energetically and spiritually. So a session is very much the same. We set a time and a place, and I usually ask that, people are in a place where there's no distractions for an hour session or 30-minute session. And so it's very much like as if you would be coming into my office. Usually we'll be on the phone together, at least to start, if not the whole time, to connect and talk about what's going on, and then to lay quietly and calmly while you receive the treatment.
Then are you working from within your mental space? You're working holographically with the body? Do you use...
Yes, it's sort of a meditative state where I go into my head and I imagine the person there, and I do move my hands and use my intention and focus just as if the person was there, kind of working through the different areas of their body as I imagine them.
So if I were to call you and do a session, and I choose to have you on the phone, will you be talking with me? Will you be playing music? What could I expect on a distance session?
We would talk for sure. We would connect and learn just what's going on and why we're doing this session. We talk a little bit about your intention and what you'd like to get out of it, and then I usually leave that up to the person. We can stay connected, or sometimes we don't have to. We can turn off the phone and let you just go into a kind of zone.
A zone, I like
on
that.
your couch or on your bed. for a set amount of time.
And then you do, at the end of the session, a check back via
Yeah,
phone
then we would
for
connect
feedback?
back on the phone, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I know it's powerful because I've heard of it being used distance-wise for hospice patients as well as physically in their presence. What do you see as the benefits of working with Reiki when actually I'm at the point where my life force energy is about to move on?
Oh, there's a great benefit. I actually volunteer with a group who provides Reiki energy for free, sessions for free with people undergoing cancer treatment of any kind. It's called LifeSpark here in Denver. And some of those people are sort of maybe near the end of their journeys. And I know people who work in hospice as well. It is really a wonderful tool to aid in the process of transition in that case. So it helps calm, it might even help connect people with what lies ahead or beyond. But it's at the very least a very calming, peaceful gift to give people who might be suffering or might be having to take a lot of medication. So in that time.
Yeah, it's a very nurturing feel.
Yeah, very nurturing.
Wonderful.
Yeah, it's a gift, you know. We all know people who are, unfortunately, at various times in our lives, we all know people who have to undergo different things like that, like cancer. Unfortunately, it's very prevalent, or other things. And I like to tell people it's quite a gift for you to give someone else are these treatments. When you feel like there's nothing else you can do, there's this loving modality that is comforting and nurturing and helpful in ways we don't even know sometimes.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, how would you go about, so let's say that I don't live here in the Colorado area, and I've decided I would like to experience Reiki. Are there any advice you could give those who are taking like this? How do I find a Reiki practitioner in my area? What would I look for?
That you can call me, or you can go online. There frankly are Reiki practitioners, I would suspect, in most places now. There's Reiki.org is a website that gives a lot of information and links practitioners. I've just joined another group, and the name escapes me, that is connecting people actually all around the globe, practitioners. So there's a growing network. If you're interested, please feel free to contact me. There's going to be information. But even searching in your local directories or in Google, you can find people.
Great. And while there's not like a central governing body of Reiki, it really comes out of the traditions of Master Usui, correct?
Exactly, yeah.
And so I have not found a huge amount of variance in the Reiki practitioners. It's such a powerful yet simplistic modality that as you get advanced, so yes, you can learn it for friends and family, but a practitioner such as yourself that's not only gone through the first 3 levels through Masters, but you've gone on to Corona.
Corona, yeah.
So it's really how to work and tie that spirit, mind, and body together.
Exactly.
In one. And so would you recommend that they look for somebody who has gone through at least the master level of Reiki?
I would tend to, yes.
Yep.
You know, and you can ask them what their experience is, how long they've been practicing. You know, and it's okay if they're beginners, but just knowing that, you know, beginners can be very, very powerful and just as effective as those of us who have been doing it longer. So
I think it's looking for someone with a passion.
yeah,
like you
exactly.
have. It exudes from you.
Thank you very much.
All right, well, thank you. Take a look at the bottom. You'll see a link to Suzanne's website, and you can learn more about Reiki and how to contact her as a practitioner.
Thank you.
Thanks.